What's up? It's Ryman, and we are in Osaka. This is the Osaka edition. So, to be honest, I wasn't gonna make a video. I was gonna do some rapping. But what had happened was, it seems my battery wasn't enough to charge all my shit. So I'm like, you know, in the meantime, what could I do? I could shoot some shit. Alright, so I was in Osaka because I had a show. It's the second time I've been down here. And it was amazing. The crowd was loving me. I was loving the crowd. We had some love child called Excitement. It was great. I'm gonna bring this, that's another story. But let me tell you about what I've been doing down in Osaka. So as I just mentioned, I had a show. That was on Saturday. I took the night bus on Thursday, got here on Friday morning. I rested up a little bit, did a little practice run on my session. Then I got up on Meetup and I found this karaoke party. But what's crazy about this karaoke party is like, it said battle. I'm like, shit, that's right up my alley, right? So I go there, there was no battle. It was just this dude who wanted to switch it up, spice it up, I don't know. So he's telling everyone they gotta rap, which no one really wanted to. I was singing some Bee Gees, man. So then, so we had this battle. So then, at one point, you know, I just started to freestyle because he asked me if I could rap, and I was just like, da-da-da. He's like, oh shit, we got a battle, and I was like, nah, I really don't want to battle. I can battle, I just didn't want to. And he put on, well, Forgot About Dre. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. Pretty famous. There was this one dude in there, he's like, they had a Biggie song. And he's like, who's Biggie? Who's Biggie? I don't know if he was being facetious or he really didn't know. He's American, and I don't know. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But we're going over there. All right, so back to this this karaoke thing. So I did my songs, we battled. I just rapped over the beat. Like nowadays, everybody want to talk, but they ain't smart. Sharpen up the sit balls, and it's like, ah, you know. So that was that. Then he forced some girls to battle, which was surprisingly interesting because they did battle, and they were actually coming off the top. In theory, they were better than me because they actually tried. I was just messing around, as I do. Anyway, so what happened next? Not much. Some more songs. There was this girl, like, you know, this is an adult event, but all of a sudden, this 12-year-old showed up, her little sister, 8-year-old showed up, and then I think there was a baby running around. There's alcohol and shit, you know, whatever. So then this 12-year-old gets on the microphone and she sings, well, she was all about Disney song, but I forget which Disney song she sang. And she killed it. Like, I assume she was Japanese because she looked Japanese and was speaking Japanese, and maybe she is Japanese. I don't mean to say it like that. I assume she would sound Japanese, but when her mouth opened, she was like, sound like an American. Apparently she lived in the States for X amount of years. But her pronunciation, all that was crazy. And then when she was singing, she was hitting them notes. So later I was talking to her mom, and I was like, well, I said this, I said, is she taking lessons? And she's like, no, my daughter's natural. But what I meant to say is if she's not taking lessons, she should take more lessons to get even better. Because, you know, natural's here, but to elevate. But she didn't really get what I was trying to say. And I ain't her parents, so who am I to tell her what she should do with her kid? Plus, you know, it costs money. So then, that's going on. So I was sitting next to this woman, right? And, you know, she was nice. I said, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I asked her, you know, are you married? You know, get right to the point. She's like, nah, it's complicated. So what do you mean? She said, I'm getting divorced tomorrow. I said, okay. So she had a little situation. She got 2 kids. So she's not really for me. But anyway, we talked. And, well, that's how that went. Well, she's getting divorced. I ain't no rebound. I ain't trying to get married. I don't want to be a daddy to a 20-year-old. He's like, you ain't my daddy. Like that. So then, after this karaoke, the karaoke event was one thing, and then this other group appeared and they kind of merged with us. Pub crawl. I guess they crawl in pubs. Bar hopping, I guess, right? So in this group, there was some more foreigners and Japanese doing their thing. So then at the end of the event, we went to Club Sam and Dave's, I think. It was free. I think it's always free. I don't know, but we got a free drink. So that was cool. So then we're in there and they're playing the music that I like. So I just started to dance and do what I do, and this Australian chick came over and she was like, well, we were walking and talking, but now we're in the club. So then she says, you know, Japanese guys, she's not interested in them. And I'm like, what do you mean you're not interested in Japanese guys? And then she said what she said, and I said, well, you know, I don't know if I can, or she said what she said, and I said, I cannot confirm or deny because I don't know. So she's going on and on about that. Then she goes, you know, you being you probably get all the Japanese women. And I said, I don't know about that either. I get what I get. So then she's like, you know, well, she just goes on and on about this topic. It's pretty to the point. So then I say something like, it's a crazy conversation. So at one point, we just stopped the conversation, and I realized she can't dance. She was trying. I never realized, like, I could dance, or I could feel the rhythm, but she had no rhythm, and she was just kind of moving her body. But she was out there moving her body a couple times. I'm like, why are you sitting down? Come over here and move your body. And the woman who's getting divorced was also in there. So I was telling her to move her body too. I was like the move your body police. And this Japanese guy came over and he said, hey man, because I had on my my Tokyo kanji shirt. And he's like, Shibuya Saiko. And I'm like, yeah. But he's like, but Osaka's better. And I'm like, yeah. And I told him I'm gonna buy an Osaka shirt, but I didn't because I don't live in Osaka, man. Shit. So I was talking to him, moving along. So then I'm dancing with the Australian chick. We're just talking about what have you, random stuff. There was this guy, there was this woman from Texas, right? She had really big breasts, kind of looked like a model or something. And then her boyfriend was kind of like, well, I didn't say anything. She came up to me like, why do you think those two are together? And then she concluded it must be that he's packing. Ergo, that's why they're together. I'm like, you know, he might have a great personality. He might be a good listener. You can't assume these things. So now the music's dying out and our little party are starting to pair off and disappear. So I'm like, hey, you want to get something to eat? I wasn't hungry, and apparently she wasn't hungry either. But we did leave. We're walking around. My intention was not to stay out all night because I have to perform the next day. I want to get my 8 hours of sleep. But we did stay out all night, and it was like 3 in the morning. We start walking in the direction of our house. I mean, that's not the direction of our house, but you get what I'm saying. We started to walk in a direction. And you know, we're walking towards our house. We're getting there, just dum dum dum. So I'm thinking, you know, what's the end game? What's gonna happen? So then she says something along the lines of, you know, you don't gotta walk me home, you know, da 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 da. I say something along the lines of, I ain't walking you home. I'm just, you know, walking, and then I'm gonna cut off. So then we're walking some more and talking. And basically, she lives in the opposite direction of my house. And there is no more train, so I'm gonna be walking. Like, her house is 30 minutes in this direction. My house is 30 minutes from the point when she said you don't gotta walk me home. So if I walk her to her house and it didn't work out, I would have to take a taxi or take another hour walk back. So then I said something like, why don't we have breakfast? The plan was she would say, how can we have breakfast? Are you gonna come back from your house? And I was gonna say, nah, we're gonna just, I didn't plan out anything. I was just gonna go with it. But she said something like, you know, I gotta leave in the morning, get on a flight, go to New York, 9 o'clock. And I ain't trying to be up all night. And I ain't trying to stay up. So I'm like, all right, I'm out. So we did a long hug goodbye. It was a long hug, like rubbing the back, smelling each other's hair. Well, I don't got hair, but yeah, that was that. Turned around and went home. And that was day 1 in Osaka. Stay tuned for day 2 in Osaka. The never-ending adventures of rhyming. Gaijin.